Good evening, everyone. Julie here. It's been a while since I've done a video. I think I posted some videos when I was on vacation in the Smoky Mountains. If you haven't had a chance to go look at them, there's some beautiful, we got to see bears. There's video with bears in it. There's video of waterfalls, just all kinds of beautiful things. And I tried to make them short where it would only take a minute of your time to see some of the beauty. I'm going to start this video out a little bit different. Most of you know when I start a video, I let you know I am definitely not a professional. You know, there's usually a chance of getting some noise in the house. I live with Mom, and my granddaughter and daughter live with us, and I need to tell you a little story about that. My daughter was actually my goddaughter. Her mom passed away years ago. But we considered each other mom and daughter. I love her like she's my own. I love her brother like he's my own. They're my kids, you know, almost the same as if I birthed them, because you don't have to give birth to somebody to be a part of their life, to be a parent to them. Their mom and I were best friends growing up, and there was one other sibling, and he passed away a couple years ago. Unfortunately, my goddaughter passed away May the 9th. My heart is shattered, and I'm going to try not to cry when I'm talking about this. She had gotten a heart and liver transplant a couple years ago and didn't think she would ever have a baby. And she has a baby that's going to be my granddaughter, who loves her Gigi and probably doesn't understand all the stuff that's going on. But my daughter passed away. She went into cardiac arrest and they couldn't get her back. Even though she is not biologically mine, she's mine nevertheless. The baby is with her aunt and uncle, and that's where she's going to be for right now. And hopefully that'll be a permanent thing. My heart is broken. It's been hard to think about anything. And I thought I could do this without crying, and I'm trying not to, because I've had a couple weeks now to get used to it. I think it was 2 weeks ago today. Well, actually, it's just switched to tomorrow. But it's been 2 weeks, and it's still not easy. We've been going through her stuff, and everything's not sleeping real good. But, you know, to that effect, you know, family is who you make it. And to lose a child is one of the hardest things you can ever go through. So, but it's going to be okay, and I'm going to get through this. So y'all just keep me in your prayers. For those of you who are regulars on my channel, you know that I do videos on Temu, and I haven't done one in a long time, but I do have a Temu order coming in the next week to 2 weeks. I just ordered yesterday, or day before yesterday, and y'all know it takes a couple weeks to get it in. I just, you know, I end up buying some stuff that I don't need and some stuff that I do use. So, but sorry, I keep yawning. I always do this. So there'll be one of those. I have some Avon. I'll probably do an Avon video maybe this weekend. I'm not sure yet. I definitely need to do some more child advocacies. I'd planned to do a lot more for last month for Child Abuse Awareness Month, and I think I only did one, and life gets in the way, and there's so many things I want to say, and I can never think of what I want to say when I want to say it. But I do have an Avon video coming up. I'm going to have a Temu video coming up. Definitely inspiration. You know, y'all love the inspirational stuff, and this will probably be a little bit of inspirational. I also do travel videos like the ones I did whenever I travel anywhere. I try to shoot some video, and I'm going to try to do some stuff that's, you know, I live in Florida, in the Florida Panhandle, so I'll try to get some stuff. We might try to do some stuff that's close to home. Sorry, but not actually at home. My sleeping's been messed up for the past couple weeks. I apologize. But so I'll try to getting more video of that. And one of the last videos I made was I labeled We've Got Issues because if you have not gotten Dr. Phil's book, let me reach and grab that book for you right now, because I want you to know this book is an amazing book. I lost my book. I had to go rebuy it today and pay almost twice as much for it, because they didn't have it at BJ's like where I got the last one, so I had to get it at Books A Million, which I had to pay big money for. We've Got Issues. This, you want to make sure you have this, because this is an amazing book. He's not left, he's not right, he's just loves America. This is not about politics, because both sides suck in my opinion right now. So, but we've got issues, and America has a lot of issues right now. Along with that, he's got an app, new app. If you go online and go to Merit Street Media, or and put that, and you can put it on your app store, or on Google Play, I believe it is. You can log into it on your computer. He has a whole app, and you want to watch the videos on his and if you have regular TV, find it. All you got to do is go in on the Merit Street app and put in your zip code, and you can find a channel. The app is free. The app is totally free. And they have other things on there. They have Dr. Phil. They have Steve Harvey's on there. Nancy Grace is on there. There's some other people, and I don't know their names. They're actually in July going to start with professional bull riding on there. His wife, Rob McGraw, is going to be on there eventually. I don't think they put any of her shows on yet. They have a news area, and some other wonderful programming, and they're just going to keep adding more and more. I really suggest this for you guys, because I'm all about making America better again. Not to term the phrase of any politicians, and not even make it, but we've got to help our country, folks. There's so much going on. You need to watch the videos, watch what's going on at the border. Folks, we need immigrants. We need people to come in this country, because we don't have people here that are working. People aren't having as many children. And to take care of our country and to keep our country the way we expect it, we've got to have immigrants. But it has to be done legally, folks. You can't just have an open door, because there's so many people. Watching those 2 videos on that was just eye-opening. The people that are coming in, and then the Chinese buying up property all in the USA, especially close to military installations. This is alarming to me. It's got to be alarming to you. But there's so many things that he is bringing forth that you just want to, I just don't know. We've got to wake up. We've got to wake up, America, because things are happening. And you know what? I don't care. Be who you want to be, but leave the children alone. You have to be old enough to get a driver's license to drive a car. You have to be 18 to vote. You have to be 21 to buy alcohol or cigarettes. Why should a 12-year-old be able to decide something that's going to be life-altering for them? Folks, we got to change that. It's not right. Why? We've fought for years and years and years for women's rights. Years and years. But we're going to let people decide they want to be a woman, and they keep all their other equipment, but they get to be in locker rooms with women? What about the women? What about our rights? How do you think that young lady in a locker room that's been sexually assaulted in her past, or molested or abused as a child, is going to feel with a man there in the dressing room with her? Can somebody explain to me why that is right? Because it's not. It's not. So, I wanted to bring that up. There's going to be more and more. And, now that I got my book, I can start reading it again. I think I read the first few chapters before I lost the book. And watching the videos, which are really, different videos on different issues. There's a lot of great videos. You need to really understand what's going on in this world, because you're only going to see certain things. And I have to tell you this, I did through a Career Institute, I did a social psychology class, and on the social psychology class, we talked about different things like bystander effect. There could be a crime going on in the middle of the street, and everybody's going to be sitting there videoing it or talking on their phone, and it takes 20 minutes for somebody to call 911. But it's because everybody thinks, hey, I'm here. Somebody else is going to call. Let me video this, or let me do this or this. And people aren't willing to get involved in things. But it's called the bystander effect. We also studied where ads and TV programs are made to persuade people, get you to their way of thinking. What are we watching? Folks, our kids are desensitized. They see sex videos, killing in video games, all that stuff. This is what our children see. So they're on video games shooting people up. Do you really think it's going to have effect? What effect is it going to have on them? Seeing people shoot up something. They do it every day in a video game. You know, so to some kids, it's no big deal to them. You know, we got to stop letting the video games be babysitters and the TVs be babysitters. We've got to spend time with our children. I work in a restaurant, and I see everybody on their phone. They could be on a date and they're on their phone instead of talking to each other. We're more worried about what's going on, and I'm guilty. I like to look and see what's going on online. I do. I'm just as guilty as everybody else. But we have to make time for our family. We have to make time for our friends. We can't just spend the whole time online. We can't just spend the whole time in front of a TV. And I'm the world's worst for sitting there watching 50 million YouTube videos because I want to see what's going on. I watch them and think of the next place that I want to visit, or thinking of all the places to put on my bucket list of where I want to go. I love watching travel videos. I love watching, there's just so many different kinds of videos. I just let it roll and let it go to different things, and I see so many different things. But our children are being desensitized. It's very hard for our children nowadays. There are teachers that want to teach. There's teachers that love to teach. There's teachers that love to set goals for their children. And then there's teachers that don't care at all. They want to push their own agendas. They don't care whether they're hurting the children or not. They're too busy, you know, and now it's a fact, folks. There are teachers getting beat up by children. They're being disrespected by children every day. So some of them don't care anymore, and it's not because they didn't care to begin with. Some of it's the way they've been treated. And we got to do better about getting our children in control, because a child beating up a teacher, that's horrible. But it's also horrible the teachers that are having relations with children. That's horrible too. So we have to figure out how to fix these problems. And it's going to take all of us talking to each other. Because right now, if you don't agree with me, you cancel me. I don't agree with I cancel you, which I wouldn't cancel anybody. But if you don't believe the way everybody wants you to believe, you're going to get canceled. People will destroy you. They'll try to destroy your life, take your job away from whatever, just because you don't agree with them. Folks, we're all entitled to opinion. Not everybody's right. Some of my opinions might not be right. Some of your opinions might not be right. Why everybody's canceling each other, making people's lives miserable, I don't understand. It's not right, folks. We have to listen to each other. Because everybody deserves love. I don't care what you're like, what you look like, who you are. I want to treat you with respect. I don't have to agree with you. I don't even have to like you. But I'm not going to be mean to you. I'm not going to cancel you and try to get your job taken away from you just because you don't agree with me. You know? Just because I'm a Christian and you're not, I wish you were. But I'll just pray for you, you know? I mean, you don't have to be. That's between you and God. I'm not going to push my views on you. But if you're on my Facebook, you can see my posts and scriptures and stuff like that, because the only thing I try to share, I try not to get political on my Facebook at all. I think once every 6 months, I'll get on a hair about something and post something that might be considered political. It might just be a feeling. It might be just be thing, but my child abuse stuff, I have on a whole nother page because people don't want to see that. I try to share pictures of beautiful places, photography videos and stuff like that, because I'm on a bunch of these photography group pages. I want to share beauty with people because you know what? We see so much ugliness in this world. It's just horrible, the ugliness in this world right now. Folks, we have to be careful. We are walking a thin line. America's in deep trouble. Prices have never been worse. Let me tell you something. They're saying groceries this summer is going to go up another 23%. I can't afford that. You can't afford that. Who can afford that? How do you keep up when everything keeps going up at your pay? And I make decent money. But I can't keep up with what? I can't keep up with what keeps happening. It's just crazy. Who can? Now you have to make 6 figures to buy a house. It's crazy. It's not right. So we've got to stand up and we've got to fight. We've got to fight to learn how to fix these things. Because Congress, all our senators and representatives, all they do is fight each other. If you're a Democrat, you don't want to talk to a Republican. You're a Republican, you don't want to talk to a Democrat. There's no meeting together there. It's, I don't want what you want because you're a Democrat. I don't want what you want because you're a Republican. Stop it. Stop acting like children and pass some laws. This has been the most ineffective Congress ever. We've got to do something. And I know I'm on a rail right now, but I care about this country and I care about the people, because let me tell you, all this craziness going on at the colleges right now, look at those crowds. How many of those are actually students? There are people that are paid for, sent there by Hamas and other groups. They're not even there. And you know what? I feel sorry for the Palestinian people because they're caught in between. Hamas is a terrorist organization. They're after Israel. And those two are clashing, and the innocent people from Palestine is caught in the middle because Hamas has no problem about using them as human shields. But nobody wants to talk about that. The only thing on the news is what Israel's done wrong. Not that Hamas is the one who's causing all the problems. There are Palestinian people who let it happen, but it's Hamas. Hamas is a terrorist organization. I'm probably not even saying it right, but they're a terrorist organization. And our kids, I was sitting there watching them do videos on these kids, and they're asking each other, what are we here for? They don't even know what they're protesting for. They just want to be part of the protest. Why isn't somebody out there protesting to America? They're chanting death to Israel and death to America. Is that what we want our college students saying, death to America? Come on, wake up, everybody. I know I'm being crazy, but you know what? I lost something that meant the world to me. And I want her daughter to have a country that's safe for her to live in. So maybe I'm being a little crazy for a reason. But, I'm going to do some videos on some stuff like this. I'm getting some great ideas, and I'm getting to see some really good video and stuff to show me what's really going on. You can't believe certain news stations because both ones lean a certain way. You really have to dig and find everything on your own. And I'm just going to keep yawning. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm probably going to cut this short soon because we're almost at 20 minutes. But I wanted to share a little bit of my heart with you. So let me get to maybe sharing something that's worthy. Let's talk about grief. How do we get through grief, folks? Grief is hard. But one thing I've found is we got to have faith. And the past couple weeks have been just tough, really, really tough. And everybody has a different way of coping. With me, I look to God. He is my comfort. He is the one constant thing that's never let me down in life, and he always shows me the way. So I open up the Bible and I get to Proverbs chapter 3, verse 4 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, and always acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. So I have to have faith. This didn't take God by surprise, and nothing takes him by surprise. And I have to trust that that baby's going to be okay. And I have to trust that, you know, there are things that I'm left here to do on this earth. And there's been something that's been building up in with me, and I'm going to turn my grief into something productive. Another thing is, since I talk about child advocacy, that's another kind of video that I do. I'm a guardian ad litem for the state of Florida. And I see a lot of things, and my daughter was here for a reason. And that's all I'm going to say on that. You know, she came to live with us for a reason. And that being said, being a child advocate, one of the biggest problems I see in this country, facing this country today, is substance abuse. Drug abuse is now taking over the #1 spot from alcoholism. And it's sad, folks. I'd say 90% of the cases I've done, probably closer to 95% of the cases I've done, have been because of somebody's addiction. And through their addiction, there was neglect and abuse. You know, I thought all this time, I got in this, I have to help the children. The children's who I've got to help. You know, that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm a guardian ad litem. That's why I work with children in foster care. That's why I do visits to make sure they're safe with their foster families. And I'm their voice for the judge. And it's easy. You get these cases and you see these children who have been through, God knows, I can't even talk about some of the things these children have been through. Some of these children over the past 11 years that I've been doing this have been through. But we have to ask ourselves, why are these children in this predicament? Because their parents are addicted to drugs. And the most traumatic thing you can do to a child is take them away from the parents, because they love their parents. They don't know that, most of them don't. Some of them are old enough to know, but a lot of them, they're not old enough to know that things aren't supposed to be happening the way they're happening. They don't know when they love their parent, regardless of, even if they do mean things to them, they love their parent. Because that's their parent and they love them. And so many times we take these children and we remove them from their homes, and we don't even do the most basic thing for them. And one of the things I want to see done is every single child that's removed from a home should get counseling. They don't. Very few do. But you know why? Because these kids are on Medicaid once they're removed from the home. That's how their insurance is paid. Through Medicaid, the states pay for them. Counselors don't want to take Medicaid. Most of them. And the ones that do, they don't care. You know? So we've got to do better by these children. But in order to do that, we have to help the parents. And I never thought that was going to be a cause for me. Now, many of the churches here in Florida have something called Most Excellent Way. Almost every church here has one. And Most Excellent Way is a recovery program for addicts. And there's been so much success in this. And I hope and pray that one day we can get a Most Excellent Way in every single church, in every single community, to help these parents. And the churches have to stand up. The communities have to stand up. It's not just one person, it's everybody. We have to stand up together and make a difference. We have to stand each other. Thank God I have good friends who have been there for me through thick and thin, through this pain I've been going through. You know, my mom's had some things going on, so pray for her health. That's a big worry to me too, so my stress level's way up there. It's going to be a long, long summer, y'all. But we got to stand up together. So I hope some of you will stand up with me and decide you want to help make a difference. And I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm rocking back and forth. Maybe I'm self-soothing, self-confidence, whatever, self-comforting. That's the word I'm looking for. But we have to work together, folks. So that's what I want to leave you with, and a little bit of inspiration now. God loves you. He knows your pain. He knows mine. Lord knows I've cried to him enough the past couple weeks. And he'll help you. You know, you can't try to understand why things happen because you'll never understand. You know, this world has evil in it. When Adam and Eve took the bite out of that apple, they opened the door for evil. But we're all going to be okay. We're all going to be okay. I know I'm rambling again. Y'all know I do that sometimes. But I want you to know that you are loved no matter what you're going through. And it doesn't matter what you've done. So many people think, I done screwed up so bad, God don't care. God don't want nothing to do with me. And that's the furthest thing from the truth. God loves you. And he wants you to reach out to him no matter what. Because no matter what you've done, God loves you. He don't like the sin that you did, but he loves you. God loves everybody. He just hates the sin. I mean, you know, there was a murderer on the cross beside him, and he forgave him, and took him to heaven. So, you know, if God can forgive that murderer, then he can forgive you. I just want you to know that you're cared for, that you're loved. Sometimes people just need to hear that. Just don't forget it, okay? I will be posting those as soon as I get the Temu in. I'll post a new Temu video. I should get another Avon box tomorrow or Saturday, and I can go through that, and then maybe I'll have, it hasn't been a lot of new stuff. I have been just not posting as many videos, but I do have a couple of new things that I do want to share. So I'll probably be doing that after I get the second box. So probably, maybe, I don't know. It'll depend. This is holiday weekend, so I'm going to be really busy at work. But I will try to get those videos out as soon, and I'll try not to be a stranger. I know I've had people ask me, where have you been? And everything like that when I go dark for a while and don't post videos. If you like Avon, please visit my Avon store, and I will post that link in the description. It's www.avon.com/repstore/jharper, and I will put that in the comments. It's been really, haven't had time to really do much of my Avon, but I love it, and I don't want to lose that, and I want to keep it going. So if you need some Avon, please hit me up. I know some of you like the Avon videos. Somebody asked me it's not been too long ago, but it's been a little bit because I had all this other stuff going on, vacation, and then to come home and have this happen. And somebody was asking me about doing an Avon video. It's coming, okay? I just want to say God bless you all. Thank all of you who watch my channel. I really, really appreciate it. I know I'm not as good as all these other people on YouTube, but I'm honest. I'm not perfect, far from it, but I'm honest, and I have faith that God will get us through everything in life, and I have faith that he loves you no matter where you are in your life, and don't you ever quit, because you are meant to be something, and that's the biggest thing we need to learn in this country. Don't let people tell you you can't do something, because anybody in this country can become something. You just have to work at it. It don't come to you unless you work for it. But if you work hard and you believe in yourself, you can achieve anything you want to. And that's how I'm going to end it tonight, folks. Thank you so much for watching. and we'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed night. Bye-bye.